Hi, all. Good morning, good evening. Welcome to the exclusive training provided by Isha Training Solutions, whose name is JMeter Beginner to Master with Groovy, Dynatrace, Kubernetes, Docker, InfluxDB, Grafana, Jenkins, and BlazeMeter. My name is Chandra. I'll be your trainer for this training on JMeter. And I thank you all for taking out time and joining the session, guys. Today is our demo session, wherein we'll be discussing about the course content, which I'm going to cover as part of this training, as well as I'll take you through some of the introductory topics, guys. Okay. Before we start the session, I want to give you some information on the ground rules or the expectations from you all as well. Please remember, each and every session is going to be recorded. So the recording will be shared the very next day by our team. So in case you miss out on any session, guys, please do not worry. You will have the recording. You all will have the lifetime access to the videos. Please remember, lifetime access. It's not like, others give 1 year, 1.5 years access to the videos. In our case, you all will have lifetime access to the videos. Each and every documentation, each and every slide, each and every notes, whatever I demonstrated in the session will be shared with you all. Whatever test scripts I develop, okay, everything will be shared with you all. In addition to that, additional notes, topics will be shared, guys. And we try to limit the batch strength from 15 to 20, guys. Maximum we will keep it as 20 because we do not want to make it very crowded. We want you all to be getting the maximum benefit out of the sessions. And it will be basically on a first come first serve basis, so we'll not be accommodating everyone, guys. Once we have 15 to 20 people, we will close the registrations. So please remember, there will be initially 2 to 3 sessions which will be theoretical. However, after that, every session will be practical. It will be hands-on, guys. Everything will be demonstrated. And for today's demo session, I will take you through the course content, and then we'll have a dedicated time slot for the question and answers. And then, guys, after that, whenever you have any queries, please unmute yourself and ask your query. Clear, everyone? So I hope it is clear. So before we start, a small introduction about myself. As I have already told my name is Chandra, guys. I have more than 15 years of experience in performance engineering and testing. I have worked on different tools like JMeter, Load Runner, Neoload, Gatling, as well as the application performance monitoring tools or the observability tools like Dynatrace, Datadog, App Dynamics. Okay, so as part of this training, guys, when I'm going to cover any topic, I'll be discussing the interview questions related to those topics. Along with that, as part of this training, once you complete this training, you will be able to get certified in JMeter, which is provided by BlazeMeter. So I'll be discussing the questions also with respect to the BlazeMeter certifications, so that you can get certified, guys. So our training will focus on the topics as well as interview questions as well as on the JMeter certification, everyone. Okay, so we'll get started, everyone. I'll start my screen share now. Hope my screen is visible to all of you. If anyone can confirm,
Yes.
thank you so much. So everyone, I hope you know, as you all must be knowing this link, right? This URL, performance JMeter performance testing beginner to master. So this link has already been shared with you all, okay, in the WhatsApp groups. So in this particular page, this is our website. So on this particular page, you will be able to get the details of all the topics which I'm going to cover, guys. So as I told you, the name of the training is JMeter Beginner to Master with Groovy, Dynatrace, Kubernetes, Docker, InfluxDB, Grafana, Jenkins, and BlazeMeter. And by attending this training, you are also going to be able to get the JMeter certifications, guys, from BlazeMeter. So we have two certifications provided at BlazeMeter, that is Intro and Pro. So you should be able to successfully clear them. Okay. So come over here, you will find a brief introduction about myself, which I have already covered, so I'll not go to that. And there are some sample videos from my previous batches, guys, that also you can go through. But again, as you are, I will encourage you all to attend the current batch, so because we are conducting the sessions, so try to get a feel of the sessions, try to understand how are the sessions going. You can give the positive feedback, negative feedback, everything is welcome, guys. So we'll go to the, so as part of the agenda for today is that I'll take you through the course content, because that is very, very important for you all to know that what is going to be covered, right, as part of this training. And then we will start with the topics also, guys. Okay. We'll have a Q&A session, guys. So let me first complete the course content, and then we will go to the question and answers. So you will get the course content, the details about the training over here, guys. Every section, we have detailed out how many hours and all. So the course is very vast. Okay. And we want to, because from the previous experience I have seen that it goes to around 60 hours, guys. But again, that becomes a bit longer, and everyone wants to get the course completed a bit sooner, guys. So what I'm going to do is some topics, okay, some of the topics I'll be sharing my live videos, again the videos from my previous batches. Okay, the videos from the previous batches will be shared, that I'll tell you which all topics will be shared, guys. So whatever topics or course content you can find on this website, I'm going to cover over here, guys. So I'll take you through that. So we'll go through that, and then I'll tell you which all topics will be shared as part of the videos, so that we are targeting to complete the batch in 2 months, because I know you all are also very anxious to get trained in JMeter as soon as possible. So the training is very vast, guys, and everything will be covered. As the name suggests, beginner to master, I guarantee you that if you attend the sessions regularly, do the hands-on, after 2 months of time, you'll be very confident on JMeter. And after attending this training, you can easily claim yourself to have 2 to 3 years of experience in JMeter, guys. Okay, so we'll get started. So first of all, guys, as I understand, you all are trying to learn JMeter, but some of you already might have performance testing experience on some other tools, or some of you would also be completely new. So I'm going to cover the introduction to performance testing also. So we'll be covering the performance testing introduction, and then the performance testing life cycle, guys, which is very, very necessary so that you can relate yourself, right? So I'm going to cover what is performance testing, why performance testing is required, what are the common terminologies which we use in performance testing, so that you need to become familiar with them, so that when I'm going to teach JMeter during those sessions, I'm going to use them, right? So if you're not familiar, it might be difficult for you to understand. And then I'll tell you what are the different phases of performance testing. Okay, basically in the performance testing life cycle, what are the different phases, what are the different activities which are carried out, what is the entry criteria, what is the exit criteria, and what are the common challenges, guys. And remember, you will get interview questions on these topics also. Okay, because that assesses or that evaluates your real experience. Because tools, yes, people will tell that how is the tool and all, but scenario based questions can come from these topics also. So then we will move to introduction to JMeter, guys. So what are the different features of JMeter, and what are the prerequisites for JMeter installation, we'll see. And like how to set up the environment variable, so all those things are required for running JMeter, guys. Okay, then we'll see how to download JMeter, how to install JMeter, and then we'll see the different files, different folders, which are associated with JMeter, and then there is a property file, guys. Okay, for JMeter means multiple properties files are there, so I'll explain you about them. And then we are going to deal with, or we are going to understand about HTTP HTTPS protocol, guys, because this is very very necessary. Because if you do not understand this, you will not be able to develop your scripts properly, you will not be able to analyze your scripts properly, you will not be able to analyze your test results. So this understanding is very very necessary, guys. So that we are going to see. And then we will learn about the browser developer tool, HTTP HTML requests, what are embedded resources, what is a transaction, cookies, cache, and then user action also. Okay, so user session. Okay, so these all things we are going to learn about, guys. So this becomes the introduction to performance testing and introduction to JMeter. Now we have done that, then we'll jump to the JMeter scripting, everyone, test script development to JMeter. So over there we are going to see what are the major elements of JMeter or the components of JMeter and what are the significance. And next, guys, we move to the recording part, or the the initial phases or the initial steps for test script development. So we are going to see the HTTPS test script recorder element, what are the different attributes of it, what is its significance. Okay, then guys, what are the best practices, and then the proxy server setup, the JMeter, setup to record the test scripts. And there are very, very important concepts related to this, which people are not able to answer in the interviews. That I'm going to explain. And then I'll show you how to do the recording from different browsers. Okay. Then how to filter the irrelevant requests, the embedded resources. Next, guys, the JMeter root certificate generation, installation in different browsers, and then certificate regeneration, all those things we are going to see. And then, guys, JMeter test plan. So JMeter test plan means test script, everyone. Okay, test script. Remember, we do not write test cases in performance testing. We do not write test cases in performance testing, we develop test scripts. So test script is also known as test plan. But normally whoever is into testing, and they do not have experience in JMeter, they will think that test plan is a document. Okay, but with respect to JMeter, test plan means test script. Please remember this. So I'll show you how we can construct the JMeter test plan using different methods. Okay, and then we'll see the different elements in the test plan. Okay, whatever elements which will add, or the components
Hi,
of JMeter
how
which
are
will.
you? Mhm.
Sorry, I'll request everyone to be on mute, please. Okay, so so we are going to see the, I'm going to explain you the different elements which will be, used while creating the JMeter test script. Next, guys, we have the application, right? Remember, in functional testing, you might want to verify each and every functionality, but that is not the case for performance testing. In performance testing, the entire application is never performance tested, everyone. Okay, so there are different conditions, different criteria based on which you finalize the scope for your performance testing. So I'm going to tell you how to identify the scenarios for performance testing, and then we'll see the transaction flow documentation. Then guys, end-to-end scenario recording, test script generation, and then enhancement of the scenarios. Whatever scenarios we develop, we are going to see the enhancement of those scenarios in JMeter. Okay, the test scripts basically, because test script recording is not equal to test script development, guys. If that would be the case, everyone would be a performance tester. Okay, because once you record the script, if your test script is ready, then that is pretty simple, right? So that is not the case. We have to record and then we have to enhance. So to enhance the test script, there are different activities which we do, or different processes which we do. Okay, so one is correlation, guys. Whoever is into performance testing, or whoever is still not into performance testing but would be trying to give interviews or trying to learn online, right, you would have heard about correlation. So it is a very, very important topic, guys. So we'll see, I'll explain you the correlation concepts. I've seen that people do not, they are not able to answer the questions on correlation during the interviews. But the way I'm going to explain you guys, you will be fundamentally clear, okay, on correlation. Then similarly parameterization. So we are going to see the concepts and why they are required. And then guys, for correlation we use the regular expression extractor. Okay, so we are going to see what is regular expression in JMeter, what is regular expression extractor and its attributes. Similarly, for parameterization, one of the element which we use is the CSV dataset config, that we are going to see in details. Then we are going to see the JMeter plugin manager. So plugins, as you all know, right? So we'll go more details into it. So plugins are basically like plug and play. So they are additional features which you can use along with JMeter, guys. So we'll see that. And then as part of the plugin, we are going to see the random CSV dataset config. Okay. Next, guys, we are going to see assertion. Okay, assertion. What is its significance? Then we are going to see authorization manager, relative path, absolute path, local variable, global variable, scope of JMeter elements and variables. Okay, so these all are very, very important, guys. Next, we are going to see the web services test script development. So we are, as part of this training, guys, we are going to see the test script development for web application as well as web services. Okay, we are going to see the test script development for web application as well as web services. Then we are going to also see the test script development for file upload scenario. Many people are still not aware of this. Okay, so how to do the test script development for file upload. So that also we are going to see. Then comes BlazeMeter, guys. So as part of this training, we are going to cover BlazeMeter also. I'll tell you the introduction to BlazeMeter. I'll make you understand about BlazeMeter and then why BlazeMeter might be helpful sometimes. And then I'll show you how to do the test script development with BlazeMeter, guys. Okay. So this covers our test script development. Okay. Test script development. So after your test script is developed, we will go to the test execution, guys. So for your test execution, we will go see the CLI mode in JMeter. So there are different modes in JMeter, guys. So one of them is CLI mode. Then test summarizer we will understand, but I'll not explain much about them now because it's not going to be of any use, guys. You will not understand them now. And then how to generate the reports. Remember, JMeter has the inbuilt capability to generate test report. Okay, so that is known as the HTML report. So we'll see how to generate the HTML report. And then the result file, JTL file, is nothing but the test result file of JMeter. What is its importance? Then how to stop a test. Then JMeter's Java heap size setting. I'll tell you guys what is the significance of all these things during the sessions. Then we'll see how to execute in GUI mode. Then the report generation in GUI mode. Okay, here I was telling CLI mode. So I told you there are different modes. Okay, I'll explain them in details. Then how will you basically, yes, JMeter will generate the report. But you as a performance test consultant, you need to understand the report. You need to analyze the report so that you can give clear inputs to the customer, right? So how will you understand and analyze the JMeter report? What are the key areas which you need to look at? Okay, and different parameters. How are you going to configure basically in the, because the report will be generated with the default settings. How you want to modify the settings as per your requirement. So those are things you will see. Then guys, we are going to see AppDex. AppDex is application performance index. Many people are still not aware about it properly, how it is calculated, guys. I'll tell you the detailed formula. How is it calculated? Very, very important, guys, from user experience point of view. AppDex, okay, application performance index. Then comes very, very important concepts, that is think time and pacing. Okay, think time and pacing. So what is it? And then we are going to see the workload model design, guys. Again, this is very, very important from your interview point of view as well as your delivery point of view. Workload model design, you are definitely going to get interview questions, and I take 2 to 3 sessions on this, guys. Okay, 2 to 3 hours basically, so that you all will be crystal clear on workload model design. I'll be discussing different scenarios around it. Then another important topic, JMeter functions, we are going to see how to parameterize your tests from the CLI during the test execution. And another very, very important topic is distributed load testing, guys. Or you all must have heard about, master and slave concept. Okay, so that we are going to see how to set it up, what are the important points, and then we'll demonstrate that as well. Okay, for our distributed testing. Then, guys, this is our test execution. So we will see the different checkpoints for test execution. And then once your test execution is done, how will you do the test reporting? Okay. Then one very, very important topic, test execution with bandwidth throttling. Many people are still not aware if it is possible with JMeter or not. So we're going to see the test execution with bandwidth throttling, guys, that we are going to see. So guys, JMeter has so many elements. So JMeter has so many elements. During this, test script development, test execution, we will not be able to see everything, right? So after we see them, I'll be then covering the different other elements in JMeter. Okay, so the major categories are like thread groups, controllers, samplers, config elements, accession elements, timer, listener, preprocessor, post-processor. So these all elements I'm going to cover in details, guys. I'm going to explain you the other elements in JMeter. So basically the JMeter elements, their sub-elements, their attributes in details. Okay, that we'll see. Then comes very, very important, guys, custom coding in JMeter, right? So JMeter supports a lot of scripting languages. Okay, it supports many scripting languages. As part of this training, we are going to see Groovy scripting. Groovy scripting. So we'll see the introduction to Groovy, and then there is one element in JMeter, guys, JSR 223. Why it is known as JSR 223? I'll explain you. Okay. And Groovy, and people often ask me, sir, won't you teach Bincell? Won't you teach other scripting languages? So it's better to stick to one scripting language, guys. And yes, Bincell is also very famous, but the Apache Software Foundation, right? So it recommends to use Groovy scripting with JMeter. Again, JMeter is a product of the Apache Software Foundation. Groovy is also a product of the Apache Software Foundation. So they recommend using Groovy. And also it has been seen that the performance of JMeter with Groovy is better as compared to Binshell. So as part of this training, I'm going to cover Groovy, guys. So in Groovy, we are going to see the basics like comment, print, variables, and then the operators in Groovy, the variables in Groovy. So here there are two variables, guys. So there are two different things actually. So when I teach, you will be able to know. Or it means these are basically the JSR 223 variables. Okay, JSR 223 variables, and then we'll see the real life examples. Means in projects, in your project, how are you actually going to use Groovy, or we'll see the use cases from the projects where we can use Groovy and get the solution, guys. So this is on the custom coding part. Then, guys, as I told you, I'll be sharing the recordings from my previous batch on few of the topics, so that we do not, uh, the batch doesn't get too lengthy, but you all are also able to get the different materials, the videos around it. And yes, whatever queries you are going, and these are live sessions, guys, from the previous batch, and it's not like it is is recording one to one. No, these are the recordings from my previous batch. And for these videos, whatever queries you will have, I'm going to conduct extra session for the queries, guys. Okay, maybe um, once you go through the videos, I'll be scheduling the sessions for discussing your queries on these particular topics. So one is the Dynatrace integration, guys. So I cover the introduction to Dynatrace. So Dynatrace is a vast tool, very, very good observability tool. However, from performance testing point of view, whatever modules or whatever concepts are required, or whatever features of Dynatrace are required, those I'm going to share. Okay, those I cover basically. And then how to integrate JMeter with Dynatrace. Why is it required, guys? That is also very, very important, right? So that I'm going to cover. And then InfluxDB and Grafana integration, guys. So what is InfluxDB? What is Grafana? That you will see. And how to integrate JMeter with InfluxDB and Grafana, that is also being covered as part of the training. Then guys, as CI/CD, right? CI/CD is very, very important. So we are going to see the integration of Jenkins. So before going to there, what is Jenkins, that I'm going to cover, right? So the videos will be shared, and then the integration of JMeter with Jenkins. Okay. Next, guys, Kubernetes, Docker, microservices, and micro frontends. So the explanation on microservices, Kubernetes, Dockers will be provided. Okay, and then how to develop the test scripts for the microservices. So those all videos will be shared with you all. So in a nutshell, guys, this is the course content which I'm going to cover. Yes, it is very vast, but yes, this much is definitely required, guys, when you want to become a master in JMeter. So we will dedicate 5 to 7 minutes now for the question and answers, guys. So if you have any questions, please unmute yourself and ask your query. If you want to raise your hand, you can do that, or you can unmute yourself and ask your questions. And basically, if you want to put a question in the chat also, you are most welcome, guys. Okay. Yeah, any questions, anyone till now?
I have one question.
Yeah.
In JMeter, the major issue is that the local ports are getting exhausted. Like if I put like 10,000 requests or 20,000 requests from one single PC, so my PC local port is getting exhausted. Mhm.
Local resources, do you mean?
Yes, yes. Local
Yeah,
port
so
is getting exhausted.
that purpose, like, see, um, so the system from where you are generating the load is basically your load generator, right? And it cannot support infinite number
Yes,
or huge
from my
number of
PC.
users. Yes, so
Yes.
it cannot support those many users, right? So that is why we have the concept known as distributed testing. But yeah, please tell me your question.
Okay. No, so this is the limitation for the JMeter, right? Because
No, no, it is
I
not
have
the
to do
limitation for
distribute
the JMeter. No, it is not the
my
limitation for
PC
JMeter.
limitation,
It is
my
your
machine
PC limitation.
limitation.
Yeah, machine
Ah,
limitation.
okay.
So for that, there is a solution which we will discuss. So in real life, yes,
Okay.
you are right. We could get the requirement to test with 10,000 users. So definitely you
Correct,
cannot do. It is not with JMeter. Any other performance testing tool also. You cannot generate
right.
10,000 users on a single system. So we have
Correct.
solutions around that. We have to use multiple systems, which we call as load generators. Okay. So we
Correct.
basically have to use multiple load generators. Am I clear?
Sure. Yes, got it.
Yeah. And that
And this
topic is going
Groovy
to be
complete,
covered as part of the training. How to do that.
And Groovy will be covered here. Complete Groovy scripting in this
See,
course.
again, like Groovy scripting is again vast also. So from performance
Yes.
testing point of view, from usage in JMeter, right? Whatever is required,
Yes.
those things I'm going to
Correct.
cover. And as I mentioned, I'll
Correct.
also be covering the real world examples or real world use cases which you will face in
Okay.
your project and how Groovy can help us in that.
Okay. And can
Okay,
you
I'll
also let
cover
us
this
know
one.
about any certifications for JMeter if available in the market?
Yeah, there are different certifications. So as I mentioned over here as well, this with this particular training, right? So there are certifications available from Blazemeter. Okay, there are two certifications. Basically, one is intro, another is pro. So
Okay.
whenever I'm going to cover different topics as part of this training, I'll also be discussing the interview questions related to those topics as well as the certification related questions. This is one,
Okay.
and these certifications are free, guys. Okay, you don't have to pay money
Okay.
for this. So once you are trained on JMeter, you can go for this. Also, there is another vendor, that is vSkills. Okay, vSkills.
Okay.
So that also provides JMeter certification, but that is a paid one. So if your organization reimburses
Correct.
the
Mm-hmm.
certification cost, you are most welcome to go for it as well. But Blazemeter should also be sufficient.
Okay, okay, great. So this course will cover like entire JMeter end to end,
Yes,
as
yes,
far as I
yes,
understand, with the
yes.
concepts.
With
Okay, sir. Thanks a lot.
everything,
Thank you very
concepts
much.
and practical demonstrations, everything will be done.
Sure, sure. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
no
Hi,
problem.
Really
hi
appreciate it.
Chandra.
Yeah, hi.
Can you talk more about Dynatrace? What it will be covered in this sessions?
Yes, sorry, my bad. Yeah. So as part of Dynatrace, so Dynatrace has different features. Okay, guys. Again, some of you would be thinking why it is marked in yellow, right? So as I told you, for these topics, I'll be sharing my videos only from my previous batch, because what happens is, you see over here there are around 62 topics, right? Or so when I cover this becomes very lengthy. So by that time, many people lose interest of that, okay, it is going very long and all. So I want to restrict the training into 2 months. Okay, we'll be covering all the topics in 2 months. But for the Dynatrace, InfluxDB, Grafana, and all, will be sharing the videos. So they will also be attached to the playlist, guys. And for those sessions or for those recordings, you all will go through that, and then I will be scheduling the sessions to clarify the queries if you have any. And coming to your question, what all topics I'm going to cover as part of Dynatrace? So I cover the introduction to Dynatrace, the different features of Dynatrace, and then the front end monitoring, real user monitoring, okay, in which we have the services monitoring, the database monitoring, right? Then
Yeah,
I cover the infrastructure monitoring, okay, and then the distributed traces, and then I cover the smartscape topology, and then I cover the integration of JMeter with Dynatrace. So these many topics I cover, which are required for a performance test engineer. Actually, in real life, you will see that you will not get access to those many also. In many projects, they will give you the access to the dashboards only. Your Dynatrace admin will create the dashboards and just give you the access to the dashboards. They will not give the access to other, modules also, where
right,
but that is not sufficient. So that is why I cover those topics also. So wherever they provide the access, you should know how to monitor your front end, how to monitor your application services, how to monitor your database, and then infrastructure, definitely, right? Host monitoring, the server
right,
monitoring, and then the smartscape topology. So those things I cover, and how to integrate means whatever requests are sent from JMeter, I want to analyze those requests only. Because see, when my Dynatrace is installed on the servers, every request whatever goes from the application will be received by Dynatrace, right? But I want to
right.
specifically analyze only my JMeter requests. So for that, we need to integrate JMeter with Dynatrace so that I can specifically find out my JMeter requests only. So that thing also I'm going to cover. Did I answer your query?
Yeah, yeah, it's clear. Thanks,
Uh,
Chandra.
Yes, thank you.
Hi, Chandra. One question related with this yellow color that you mark here. So this Jenkins integration is very important, like where everyone are using it, right? I know that
Yeah.
you're going to share the video, but most of the times like when we see like live when someone is teaching, we can pick it up more than like the video part. So is it anything anywhere like where we can just get into like like training on that part? Like can we include that in the normal training instead of just watching the video, the Jenkins integration?
So when I'm saying in the video, it is from my previous batch only. Okay, but yes,
Okay.
based on it is from my previous batch, so that is again a live video only. And as I told you, if you have any queries on that, I will be scheduling the sessions to clarify your queries also. Okay, but
Okay.
yeah, if definitely if time permits, then we can plan for that. Not an issue.
Yeah. And one more thing, which people have also written on the chat, few questions, but related that, is there any other language that we have? So, for example, for QTP means VB script, load runner means C plus, like that we need, right? Like that. Apart from
We
Groovy,
need
is there
C. We need C. We need C for
we
load
need
runner. Yeah,
C language? Okay.
yeah, C programming for load
Oh
runner.
no, for this one, JMeter.
For JMeter, I'm going to cover Groovy scripting.
Okay, so I
Then
no need to. Um.
you no need to do you need to no need to learn other languages if you know Groovy scripting.
Okay.
So
No, I
you
don't.
can
But
do the
yeah.
scripting. You can write the custom code using
Okay.
Groovy or using Bin Shell or using Java. It is up to you, whatever you are, efficient in. However, the Apache Software Foundation recommends to use Groovy with JMeter, and that is why I'm also, I am covering Groovy as part of this.
Yeah. So if a person does not know coding, but still it will, we can join this like where we can pick it up, right? Like
Yes, yes, because I'll be
each step.
covering the basics also. No, I'll be covering the
Okay.
basics. I'll cover the concepts, the basics, and then we'll see the. I'll not directly jump to the use cases. Understood?
Okay. Yeah.
Whatever
Thank you very
topics from
much.
Groovy are required, those I'll be covering.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Any other question?
Hi,
Hi, sir.
Chandra.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah. So, is App Dynamics and Dynatracer both are similar tools or different tools?
Yeah, the purpose is same, but they are different tools. The purpose is observability and application performance monitoring, but the way they work, the underlying architecture, they are different. But yes, all the monitoring tools, they try they the objective is same, to do the application performance monitoring.
Okay. As part of this training, you are going to cover
Dynatrace
only
is covered.
Dynatrace. Okay.
Yes,
And
yes.
I do have the other question, like how do we are going to test? Like, are you going to create any website to do performance testing, or like any kind of like any open
So
source?
we will be, we'll be seeing the different sample applications basically. Okay.
Mhm.
So we'll be using the sample applications to develop the scripts, and we also have our inbuilt application also. So if you want, you can use that also for your hands-on.
Sample applications is done by Isha team or like open source one?
The open source ones are there, as well as we have our own application as well
Got it.
of
Thank
Isha
you.
team. Yeah. Yes.
Hi, sir.
Yeah. Hello.
Currently I'm working in a non-IT. So just I wanted to shift to an IT. So I have reached out to the team and they have said this is the course will be suitable. So I don't have any knowledge about this course or anything. So will I able to cope up? I mean, from the basics and any projects.
So
Any
see
support
over
will I
here,
have?
like, so over here you see, I am going to cover the introduction, basically what is performance testing, why you do performance testing, then what are the different activities or the different phases in the performance testing life cycle. So that will give you a fair idea that what is the objective of this training, what we're going to do. So see, it again depends on your interest, right? How
Yeah.
much effort you want to give in, right? So definitely, if you are able to, given the efforts, you should be able to do this. I have seen many people from my batches, and guys, you won't believe, many functional testing people, many people who didn't have the experience in IT, they have gone through my training, they have attended the trainings, and they have been successful in switching their jobs, switching their profiles from functional to non-functional. Okay, so those are things have happened basically in the past, and I think the reviews were shared in the groups. Okay, and just to be honest, guys, they are not fake reviews, they are honest reviews, real reviews. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Sir,
I
Samir
think.
here.
Yeah, please tell me.
Sir, are you going to cover any AI topics in
Um,
performance testing?
yeah, I'll at the end of the training, I'll cover some topics on AI with respect to JMeter. But for actually AI, I have a separate batch running where I extensively discuss about how we can leverage generative AI in performance testing. But yes, over here I'll include one or two sessions from that.
You
Okay,
have
so we'll go
agentic
to,
AI courses also available?
yeah, agentic AI courses are also available, but not as part of this training.
No, no, I'm asking separate. It's available, right?
Yes, yes, separately agentic AI courses are available.
Okay, okay, great. Yeah,
Okay,
thank you.
so I'll come to the questions who have.
Sir, one last question, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
We also have one certification called ISTQB Performance Tester. So, will that syllabus be covered in this course?
That syllabus won't be covered basically, but I think you should be able to clear that as well.
Okay. because it
Okay.
has some theoretical concepts more.
Yeah, ISTQB is more about theory actually, But I would recommend go for BlazeMeter. So someone will know that yes, you are already proficient in a tool. Okay. Because tool expertise is more important, guys. And JMeter is open source. So the demand for JMeter is too high in the market today. I'll come to some of the questions in the chat, guys, whoever has posted. Okay. I have three questions from, so the question is from Subrat. Are there any hands-on labs and how many? So to be very frank, guys, if you are saying like I'm going, means we'll dedicate some sessions for hands-on to be done by you all, no, means it is up to you guys to practice it on your own, because you all are not students, you all are experienced professionals, right? So whatever topics I cover, I expect that you all go back and do the hands-on. And I will always encourage you all to ask questions. You will also feel that, guys, every day when I start my session, I'll ask if there are any questions from the previous session, or if any running queries are also there, you can always ask. Will we be having project level scenario like test plan, stress test, endurance test? Yes, I'll be covering but for means I have a separate training that is basically focused on project, where people are already having experience in JMeter, and then we are going to deliver a project using JMeter, guys. Is there any post training support or job support? We do not commit job support, guys, but if you have any questions once the training is completed, or also as I told you, you all will have lifetime access to the videos, and whatever questions you have, I'll be clarifying them also, guys. Okay, so I'll always be reachable after the end of the course also. So the WhatsApp group will still be there, and you all will have my contact numbers also, so you can always feel free to ask the questions. Another question is, I have already trained on JMeter. Would it be wise to choose a course that trained for interview, as I'm unable to crack interview and I'm missing the confidence? I believe that, uh, as you mentioned, you are already trained on JMeter, but I'm not sure on your confidence level, right? So it is up to you to assess whether you want to refresh your knowledge on JMeter or you just want to go for an interview. So I think that will be your decision, Karthik. Hope I answered your questions. Any other questions, anyone? So we'll start with the topic, guys. Okay. Hope my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes.
The presentation. Okay. So,
Yes.
guys, I welcome you all once again to our exclusive training, JMeter Beginner to Master with Groovy, Dynatrace, Kubernetes, Docker, InfluxDB, Grafana, Jenkins, and BlazeMeter. So we'll move to the topics today. Means basically the So, a bit of introduction, guys. I'll give you a few pointers to ponder upon, to think upon, okay? And you tell me what kind of testing will you do in order to, test those pointers basically. So, this is one scenario, guys. Day of exam results publication. So, whenever, but now, guys, the things have improved. But during our childhood, right, when we had GPRS connections, I hope you all would be aware, or 2G, let's say, right? So on the day when the exam results got published, right? Similarly, whoever is from India, they would be knowing about our Tatkal ticket booking, guys, or whoever is not from India, just for your information, Tatkal ticket booking is an emergency service provided by Indian Railways, where you can book emergency tickets one day before, guys. So this is our Tatkal ticket booking. uh, and then any e-commerce application whose festive sale is going on, guys. Okay, so these are some scenarios. Next, guys, you have some questions in mind. Will your infrastructure work in production? So whatever infrastructure you have designed, is that going to work in production or not? Similarly, data center operations in an earthquake. In case there is an earthquake, right, how are my data center operations going to continue? Okay. Can my application be hacked? Is there any data security breach in my application? Can malwares be introduced into my application? Next, guys, will the application be compatible with different browsers? Means there are different browsers, right? Chrome, Edge, Firefox, Safari, and many more. So you cannot restrict your user to use only one browser, right? And again, for every browser, there are different versions. So the application which I'm developing, is that going to be compatible in different browsers? Can the application be accessed by differently abled persons? Okay, so everyone has a right to use computers, right? Everyone has the right to use internet, right? So can my application be accessed by everyone, especially the differently abled persons? So guys, there are different items which I have listed over here. Just think and tell me, guys, these four boxes, right? What all kind of testing which I'll do? You can unmute yourself and answer. What kind of testing which I'll do, guys, for testing these pointers? Anyone?
For first one, non-functional testing like performance test, like because it will be based on like load, right?
Okay, good. Anyone else?
Security testing for the application hacked, data security breach for that security testing.
Very good. Okay, next.
Usability and accessibility testing for differently able.
Okay, usability. Differently able. Okay, fine. Usability and accessibility. Very good. Anyone else?
Stress testing for that data center operation in an earthquake. Stress testing.
Stress.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else? Good inputs, guys. I'm glad you all are opening up. I expect this kind of audience, guys. I do not want the sessions to be a one-way communication only. All my sessions will be interactive. I'll be asking questions. I'll be answering questions. Okay. Well, someone told the answer for the first box as non-functional testing, right? And then in performance. Please remember, non-functional testing over here is related to all the four boxes, guys, not only the first box. But yes, I'm glad you all are aware about non-functional testing. Okay, so non-functional testing is related to all the four boxes, everyone. Clear? Next, here, guys, clearly this is performance testing. Okay, this is security testing. Yes, very good. This one, accessed by differently abled person, yes, that is accessibility testing. And the different browsers, we have one testing known as browser compatibility. Okay, will the infrastructure work in production? This is basically my operational readiness test, guys. ORT. Now this operational readiness test includes so many different things, different types of testing. Okay, one being DR, disaster recovery. So this disaster recovery testing is applicable to data center operations, how to continue your data center operations in case of an earthquake. That is disaster recovery. Similarly, we have failover. Okay, failover testing, resilience testing, chaos testing. You all would have heard nowadays, right? Chaos. So these all are basically ORT, operational readiness test. Clear, everyone? This is my performance test. All these testings are basically non-functional, guys. In functional testing, we verify how my application, like I give a particular input, whatever output I'm expecting, that is my main objective. In functional testing, I'm verifying whatever input I give, whether I'm getting the desired output or not. But here, there are so many questions which we get answer with the help of, you know, non-functional testing, guys. Okay. So yes, you all are right. These all are the different types of non-functional testing. So they are performance testing, site reliability testing, or your operational readiness testing, or your operational acceptance testing. Okay, different terms, same meaning. Security testing, browser compatibility testing, and accessibility testing. And yes, someone mentioned usability, so that comprises of both. Clear, everyone? So these are the different types of non-functional testing. Okay, non-functional testing. And as part of this training, our focus is going to be on performance testing. All of you clear, or any questions, guys? Anyone? Any questions? So moving on to the next slide. Why performance testing is required, right? Why performance testing is required? Because now, as part of functional testing, we are already verifying how, whether my application is giving the proper result or not. Basically, whatever output is expected, whether I'm getting or not. But gone are those days, guys. Gone are those days when people were satisfied with just the functionality part. No, nowadays you all would agree the users, right, have become very impatient. So if your application doesn't work, they will switch to the competitor of that. Now, for all of us, it might be just an application which we are testing, but for our customer, it is a business, right? And they have competitors in the market. For them, it matters to make profits, guys. No business wants to do charity, right? Every business wants to make profit. So for them, it is very, very important that they do not lose any customers, do not lose any users. Rather, they want to increase the footfall of the users on their application. That is why performance testing is very, very important today. Okay, there are different factors, guys, for which we do performance testing: speed, scalability, and reliability. But we'll discuss more details about these pointers in the next session, guys. So we'll stop this session here today. I thank you all for joining today's demo session. Hope you all enjoyed today's session, guys. This session has been recorded, so the uh, you know video will be shared with you all tomorrow in the morning in IST hours. Any questions, anyone? Thank you all for joining.
I uh,
Thank you.
Yep,
Hello.
please tell me. Yep, please tell
Yeah,
me.
yeah. I heard that for JMeter we need to have some amount of knowledge on Java coding. Is that necessary?
No, it is not necessary.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, we'll stop the session for today. Thank you all for joining.
Thank you.